Cancer, welcome. I'm the Scorpio Stellium. We'll take a look at your predictions for the week of December 13th. We're almost through 2020. Hallelujah. And we are also going to do a pick a card for what message you need to hear this week. That's at the end of the reading, so stay tuned for that. Remember that you don't always resonate with your sun sign because we are more than just our sun sign. If this video does not resonate with you, I encourage you to check out your moon and your rising sign video as well. You can do that with any astrology calculator. I like astro.com, and that is linked in my description below. All right, let's see what we have got going on. Cancer. All right, Cancer, reverse Two of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. There is something that is causing you a great deal of a burden. It's just this huge kind of weight on your shoulders. You're struggling to try to figure out how you're going to deal with everything that's going on. I see you as here being the King of Cups in the middle. So you're trying to handle it. You're trying to be emotionally stable when it feels like everything is everywhere right now. It's just in upheaval. And it's like, I've got so much going on, or I don't know what to do with what I have going on. So there is definitely a state of like, I'm exhausted. I feel exhausted. Energetically, it is run down kind of energy. Let's keep going, and I will come back and clarify everything in a second. So Three of Wands is next, the Devil and the World. This middle line here, Three of Wands, the Devil, the World, it speaks to me of having something that you are endeavoring to do, that you're planning to do, that you have almost enslaved yourself to because you are so committed to doing it. This work that you're endeavoring to do, be it in relationships or in actual work, your career, whatever area of life this applies to, but you've got this plan, you've got this vision, and you've got the end in sight. You're locked into the target right now. And that may be a little bit of why everything feels like it's too much. There's this huge burden. It's because you're in the end, the end zone. You're in the streak of coming to the end of this big race. There's something that is about to be completed in your life, and it's in a good way because the World card is up right here. The World is a great card. It's not just a card of, well, that ended and that sucked. It's a card of like everything came to completion the way it was supposed to. It was all wrapped up with a bow tied on it. The last line here, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So this is some type of situation that you're dealing with someone who is difficult and you're trying to deal with them in the most logical, calm way possible. It can even be that you're trying to appease them to some degree, but you're trying to deal with somebody who is not giving an inch. They're all rationality, and that's fine when they're being rational and they're being logical, okay. But the way that they're using that it feels withdrawn, it feels cold. So this is the kind of energy that you're going to be encountering. And while that's fine for some people, you being a water sign, this isn't really your game. You don't really handle that kind of stuff well. You want to relate with somebody on a person-to-person basis. And this individual isn't doing that. It seems like every time you engage them, there's some kind of battle to be fought. It's like, why do I feel exhausted every time I deal with this person? That's what's going on here at the last line. So let's go back up to top. Let's start to expound upon what is going on where you feel like everything is just weighing you down. There's too much going on. So we have Four of Cups. Okay, we have Lovers reversed. Interesting. Okay, dropped a whole bunch. I'm going to stick those back in the deck. And the Emperor. Okay, this is like dealing with somebody most likely on a romantic atmosphere. It could be, or in a romantic sphere, I should say. It could be not romantic. The Lovers doesn't always show up as romantic, but I will say it frequently does. So apply it judiciously to your life, however you feel it fits. But this is a situation with somebody that I think you are taking on the majority of the responsibility. You're taking on the majority of the responsibility for the relationship, maybe for the finances, for the emotional support. It's like you have to be the strong one here. And I see that with the King of Cups, first of all, because again, representing you as a water sign, your sign. Also, the King of Cups is kind of the counselor. It's the emotional rock. You know, it's that person that you go to who is emotionally stable. The Emperor, again, a powerful kind of card, a card of being in charge. And then having the Lover's reverse next to Four of Cups, this is like you have to be the one to do it. And I think that it's wearing you out. Let's go ahead and continue on and clarify this Three of Wands and the Devil, the World, where you are actually getting really close to completing some awesome things in your life. We have the Fool, the Eight of Wands, yes, and the High Priestess. Okay, so when you began this endeavor, this whole project, you know, it felt like you had this unbridled optimism about it. You were in this stage of uninformed optimism. Yay, I can do this, right? And then you put a lot of effort into it. You showed up. You came into it. You grasped the opportunity like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And you knew it. You believed in yourself. And because you've done all that, because you put so much into it, now, yes, you do see an end in sight. Something is about to pay off for you. And I think something is going to pay off for you really in a big way. Let's clarify and look at the World a little bit more. Okay, so we see the Nine of Wands, the Two of Pentacles now upright, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so now we're getting our shit together, basically. This is what's showing, you know, from all the kind of chaos that we begin with up at top, where you're like, I'm taking on so much right now. Now we're getting some more balance, because the Two of Pentacles is showing up again, but it's showing up in an upright position. So it's like, I'm juggling it. I'm not dropping it. That's the difference. And then the Four of Pentacles, it's like, okay, I'm hanging on for dear life. I'm holding on to this because I know that it's going to come out. I've been through this battle. I put in the work, and now I'm getting to the point that I can see it. I can see the ending. And this last line, you dealing with somebody who is not really easy. Not easy for you, at least, to deal with. Seems like every time it's like a battle that you have to fight, and it's like a losing battle that you have to fight, and you just don't really want to fight it. Let's take a look at that. We have Six of Cups, Strength, Five of Pentacles. You go way back, okay? You go back with this person. This is somebody that you know pretty well with the Six of Cups. The Strength card is here. This, I just want to say, this can have some Leo energy in it. That's possible, or it can just be showing that this is a strong-willed type of individual. But you have an emotional investment to this person. You know, you despite their difficulties, you still have to engage. It's not like you can just stonewall and walk away from this. This is something that you have to do. And so that's why you're like, okay, I'm just going to take it one step at a time, one day at a time. I'm not going to try to overdo it. That's really the best thing to do here, is to not try to push it, to deal with them in micro sessions, a little bit at a time, until this difficult energy passes. Because we do have difficult energy with Five of Pentacles. It is showing me that you feel like you are pushed out, that you are being given the cold shoulder, that you may even have some feelings of abandonment or neglect or rejection from this person. So all of these are kind of applicable things to feel, and the best way, I think, to protect yourself is to deal with them in small doses. You don't want to run away entirely. I don't think you can run away entirely. So small doses is going to be best. I'm going to go ahead and do your pick a card for what message you need to hear this week. I will say, while I'm getting those cards together, that I do extended readings that are linked down in the description if this resonates with you. Also, it's going to be more love focused. I always do a love reading that is about what your person is feeling and thinking right now. I throw some advice in there, some possible outcomes, best foot forward, best path forward, and what you need to know to get the best result. Okay. So for your pick a card, I will hold up 3. Oh, okay, that way. All right, you choose 1, 2, 3. You know how to pause, so if you need to pick your best card, do that now. I'm going to jump into it though. For card number 1, it is the 9 of Wands. So here we are talking about having our defenses up, closing down a little bit, maybe being more careful. It may be a time, honestly, from what we see in your regular reading, that you do need to have some defenses up. You do need to have some walls up. And usually I'm telling Cancer the opposite. I'm like, look, you're getting butthurt. You're getting too aggravated about this. Like, just talk it out. Talk it out. Here is a circumstance that I'm not going to say talk it out. I'm going to say, maybe it is time to crawl inside the shell a little bit, still engage with life and with people, but you probably do need some defenses here. For card number 2, I have the Princess of Wands. So we are talking here about new endeavors and adventures, things that you are passionate about, that you are going into, you are moving into a new realm. This is going to be a shift primarily in your areas of life that you are extremely passionate about. So if you're really excited about love right now, this is more what it's going to talk about. If you're really excited about your job right now, this is what it's talking about. And it's talking about being open to the experience, being open for the journey. For card number 3, we have the Tower. Tower is a really difficult card. A lot of tarot readers like to sugarcoat it. I don't. It sucks. I hate it, to be honest with you. And this is a card about major shakeups. Changes that are coming that feel very volatile and disturbing. So I think you just have to anticipate that the ride might be rough this week or in the weeks to come. There may be some shakeups here. So you just want to try to do as much self-care and grounding as you can so that you're in the healthiest place to approach it. Thank you for watching, Cancer. I'll see you again next week.